So our friends ridicule us for not taking these things out. This weed creates a little thorn when it dries out, but it also, see that thing there, breaks apart, but it also gives ground cover to very hot soil, and during the raining season, and it withers and dies very quickly, creating biomass. They tell us our camping site is neater than our home, because in the camping site everything is dead, and I perceive that as neat. The horses walk there, so there's nothing to grow. Anyway, so I brought these horses in today to do a bit of lawn care. Now this is our lawn, inherited from my mother-in-law. She planted it. She really wanted the lawn, and they're not very interested in it at all. So they prefer the bigger grass in nature. And the problem here is that we have small trees growing between the long grasses here. So there's a citrus. Now the citrus, I just took some worms of it yesterday. It was still fine, and today completely barren, and yeah, worms chomped it. Papaya, anona, let me maybe zoom in because I don't know if you see it between the green. Anona here, mango here. There is a pomegranate over there. There is umbe, a word like that. It's a local plant there. And then we have, I think this might be a nona as well. So the trick is to keep the horses away from the trees, and that is why you have chittlers. He will spend his whole afternoon just walking next to the horses and taking them further away from the trees when necessary. Now he's going to get very bored because his friends are all playing far from him. They left him, and I think boredom is sometimes such a good thing for a child. I think our children isn't bored enough. It's always something to stimulate them. So have boring children. No, sorry, not have boring children. Have children that is bored. Okay, then people's been asking about Frank the tank. So the new tank has been named Hope. The new tank that will come in into such a way that it means I hope it will fill up. I'm very sure it will fill up, but Mekon says he hopes it will fill up. Now we made a little error. There's no way to inspect it, and we put the pipe through the lid, so we didn't have to cut the tank, so we cut the lid. And so you'll have to do a little, like a noise test. So what I do, let me zoom out a bit, is you start knocking here. You can hear the difference. There it becomes hollow. You can also feel it. There it's solid. Around here somewhere it becomes hollow. And then it's a bit tough to close. So this thing brings quite a lot of water. Little bull valve thing. Okay, so I believe it's filled up to about maybe a little bit higher, around there. So our electricity kept tripping, and this is a cement roof on top of the bathroom in Mika's room. You can see all the water there. It's filled with water to such extent that the wire burned off. Unfortunately, I didn't make a video, but Ben's birthday is tomorrow, so he just received 2 chickens. And I unfortunately didn't make a video of when he received the chickens. Ben, show me! So these are the 2 chicken lovers. They are brown sea brides. and the two of them, Ben and Minky, spends hours with the chickens. So we thought we'd give him some. They are not so common in Namibia and easy to keep, so we'll keep them in there until we have a better place for them, and then that way they can also get used to the other chickens.
And Chippy.
Ben, what is the names?
Philip and Chippy.
Philip and Chippy. Are you happy? Okay, so then I went to the pipe shop and we didn't open the pipe completely. We knew we were going to need a piece, and so I said to them, listen, let me buy the full length, but just cut a meter off. I'll bring a pickup next week. When I get a pickup, then I can move the pipe, because now there's no way to move the pipe. So they cut the meter off, and then we realized it's actually close to an old leak. So in this small area here, we've got 3 joints now. So obviously that's not ideal. But at least it's fixed now, and the side of the farm has got water again. Quickly, I want to give you a run through of the river. I've got some ideas. Now, I do this because I want to share this idea with you, but I also don't have that much content today, since our men are working in town demolishing that house so we can have the roof here. Somebody said, since I'm in construction and demolishing things, can't I use some of those things for Lucas? Definitely. If whatever we're not going to use on the property, we'll go into the recycle area. We'll store it as proper as possible, and then when Lucas's time comes for us to build his house, whatever is in the recycle yard we'll use first, because obviously it's a lot cheaper for us to use that than to buy new stuff. So we'll use those of that house will become Lucas's house. I'm very sure of that. Okay, first thing. We planted these things a couple of days ago. Now it seems like somewhere during the night, one night somewhere, the river must have come off. Must have come off, and these things filled up, because you can see all the dirt on top of it, and it feels like there's loads of new debris. Now, I missed that somehow, whole river coming off thing, because I never experienced the rain. It never rained that much, so, but somewhere I missed it. It definitely came off a bit. It was definitely running a bit. You can see this one as well. Also a fig, yeah, also filled with mud. There's some plastic there, we will remove that. That's the very first thing I wanted to show you. The other thing is we've got so much growth now here in this area. I'm considering running in here and doing a major chop and drop like we did on the rest of the thing. Just chop and drop wherever we need mulch. Tons and tons of mulch. Now, the pros of that is we'll have all of that mulch on the ground. The negatives is probably won't get a full growth again this season. We're basically at the end of the raining season. It can stop anytime from the end of Feb. We'll have our last rain. End of Feb, middle March. I do predict that it will be a longer raining season than normal, but I strongly doubt that we'll get a full growth again. So then we'll have loads and loads of material on the ground. That's the one plan. The alternative is to leave everything, let it dry out, and then as the year goes on, you have all of this grass to feed the horses and the pigs, etc. as time goes on. The pigs don't eat dry grass really, but they'll be mixed in with the bedding and the what, and he'll make compost of it and so on. Pigs are currently really enjoying the wet grass. They really enjoy this. See, here's still water lying in the riverbed. Water lying in the riverbed is a very strange sight for us, but this means that all the soil below is satisfied, because our soil swallows water like there's no tomorrow. And it didn't really rain last night, and so this must have been from the night before. So it is a very strange sight indeed. Anyway, so all of this can be chopped and dropped in the various forests and the various places and the various gardens. And all of this can be used. If I do get my pickup next week, when I do get my pickup next week, I'll be able to start carting in grass from the outside again. There where we used to cut. The grass has grown there as well. And so I'll be able to do that. And then I don't need the grass on the farm. Obviously it's more expensive and time consuming, etc, etc. But chopping and dropping this might be very, very good for the soil. I just want to show you here how the water is filling up these holes here. Here we take construction sand sometimes. Also on the other side we do take construction sand. I told this story before. I want to tell it again for the people that's new to the channel. I've probably told it about a year ago or so. But when I just bought the land, there was nothing here yet. I went to Agra and I got a day laborer and I brought him to this spot over here. And I wanted to see what the river profile looks like. And there was nothing growing in the river, just sand. But I wanted to see how deep is the sand, where can I find bedrock, and so on. So I left him here digging, and I forgot about him. And the next day I remembered, oh no, shucks, I forgot that guy. And he knew where my house was because I took him to my house to go and collect the tools. And he didn't come for his money. So I assumed he just stole the shovel and left. Or he just saw the job and he decided he doesn't want to be here alone. And he left. So anyway, after about 3 days, I decided to go, well, let me go see what he did before he left. And let me see, maybe I can still find one of my tools if he wasn't wanting to carry everything. So I came back here. And so parking was way over there where the recycle yard is now. I walked over here. I found him here still digging. And he was a couple of meters deep by that time. 2-3 meters wide. Very, very deep. And so he was working with us then for quite a long time. He became my mother-in-law's blue-eyed boy. And then he found other work, better paying work, which I don't think they treated him better because she treated him like gold. But he left. Very loyal, very hardworking guy from Agra. And it's easy to judge somebody by their cover, thinking if they sit around Agra they don't want to work, but very often they do. Okay, then in Damien's forest, it's starting to look ugly now with all the mulch turning brown. See all the mulch there, all the mulch here. Everything is turning brown. Mulch looks a bit nicer when it's green still. But we did, I think, quite a good job hiding the soil from the sun. Somebody said they want me to do an update on these planting pits where we placed biochar in. And so this is one down there. It's quite deep. And then this is one over here. Let me just see if I can walk in here without getting hurt. Just want to show you some stuff. So there's a butternut that's been planted there quite a long time ago when we've been harvesting butternuts and eating butternuts from it. And we really don't love it in the sense that we don't come and spend time with it and doctor it and water it at all. But you can see the little butternuts growing everywhere on it. That's been planted in the pit. Sorry, there's some thorns here. Show you that one there in the back. So, and this is not the first fruit. We've been harvesting ripe fruit from it before. So the other pit is down here below, and I'm thinking whether I should open it, but if I open it now, I'll kill this life. So I know it's magical down there. Chicken butternut's growing. I know it's magical down there. Brought this tree back to life. Freaking citrus worms. Citrus moth has been pestering this thing like crazy. I understand why people spray. I'm not gonna spray, don't understand me wrong, but I understand why they do it, because you have this beautiful tree and it's sad. No, anyway, I believe that Terra Preta down there is doing wonderfully. Other side where we did the same, show you that as well. And the more you zoom in on the forest here, the more stuff you see. So this is cowpeas here. If you zoom in a little bit, there's a lucina there next to a prickly pear. So the more you zoom in, check here. I think this was chopped off by a horse. I think the horses came in here. But there's a lucina right next to a prickly pear there. The more you zoom in, the more you can see fertility springing up. Fertility everywhere. There's a small lucina there, but that's mostly sunflowers. There's plenty of sunflowers. I'm gonna plant many more sunflowers, I think. This is a marula. In the beginning of the year, three months ago, it was about here, and now it's standing there. It's doubled in size over the last 3 months. Okay, the other pit is that one over there. Okay, that one doesn't have the same what's ranking plant, not ranking plants, what do you call those things? Crawling plants or coverings growing below, but I think it might already have, that lemon might already have access to it. That's why it's such a nice bright green. There's some Terra Preta below here, and this was the very first part of Damien's forest that turned green. Definitely much more fertile than anything around it. This is a plant that the local people eat, I think. I hope I'm not, almost said misgendering it. I hope I'm not misqualifying it, but I think this is mutete. It's not terrible. No, it's terrible. The aftertaste is terrible. So, no, that's terrible. So, I don't know if I should open the pits to show you guys what's happening inside there. I don't know how to show the fertility, except for the stuff that's growing around it. This is a lemon also growing, or a citrus that's growing close to that fertility pit over there. And you can see the bright greenness. Yeah. I'm not saying that this roots has reached there. I don't think so. But I do think that some of the microbes and the things living there has definitely already have an influence on this citrus here. Yeah, maybe the clever people can tell me whether what we do there, that's about 2-3 meters away, would have an effect on a small plant here yet. I don't know. Okay, more life here. Sunflowers. All of these things are sunflowers. And then prickly pear. And then lucina there in the back. Now, somebody said the sunflowers are allelopathic, meaning they kill things around them. I didn't see that yet. I didn't see that yet, but it remains to be seen. It would be sad if they kill the Lucina and they kill the prickly pears, but I haven't seen that yet. Okay, what else is there that's interesting happening here? I think we finally broke Damien's forest. Fertility-wise, I think there's really, life is coming up. I think things are strong. This little papaya, for instance, you can see there's loads of new growth. I think we broke the fertility problems back here now. With the ducks and the mulch and the Epsom salt and the seaweed, what and the worm tea. Little moringa springing up here. Cowpeas everywhere. So these sunflowers are doing very well. Sunflowers over here. I wonder if there's anything below them. Sunflowers and cowpeas. Okay, nothing below them. Oh no, there's a little lucina. So the main reason for the sunflower thing was that I realized that the lucinas, especially the baby ones, they really appreciate other living things around them. They prefer that. They prefer growing up in a small forest until they're a little bit stronger. So we planted hundreds of lucina, and all of those will now be chopped and dropped within the next 2 years, and then used as what do you call it? Coppicing trees. We'll generate loads and loads. Damien's forest will generate its own biomass. You can see the little lucina there in the back. So we've had lucina growing problems on this farm now for 4 years, where I tried growing lucina and tried growing lucina and tried growing lucina, and the problem is I used the local wisdom of cleaning around it, planting it, and hoping for the best. And I think this little tiny forest idea, growing the lucinas in a tiny forest around it, plan works much better. Little beneficial plants growing, all growing around. Alright, I hope you didn't mind my permaculture babble. Just wanted to show you what we have. And I think I'll bring some guys home tomorrow just so we can do something on the farm again. I miss it a bit. I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.